You're about to watch a courtroom carousel. Teens, thefts, drug tests, DWIs, and protective orders all collide. Over the next hour, we'll unpack jaw-dropping rulings, bond conditions that feel like life or death pivots, and moments where a single failed test or one careless decision changes someone's future. Stay close. We'll pause, explain, and call out the pivotal mistakes you can't unsee.
Good morning, Ms. Perry. Ma'am, you were charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On November 30th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a JC Penney in regard to a theft. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the loss prevention associate, who advised that the defendant walked to the Levi's department with their personal infant stroller, grabbed several clothing items from the store display, and then walked into the elevator area to conceal the items. The complainant advised the defendant then went to the men's and kids department using the same method to conceal more stolen property. The defendant then walked out of the store into the main part of the mall, passing all points of sale. Security attempted to stop the defendant outside the store, and the defendant fled on foot back to the store where she was tackled by loss prevention. Total cost of the items was $415.
Listen to this. Concealment in a retail setting, flight from loss prevention, then a tackle. That sequence creates a crystal clear probable cause narrative for the prosecutor. The total loss of $415 pushes this past petty shoplifting into more serious territory for prosecutors. Quick question for you watching. Would you have risked running back in or tried to de-escalate? Drop your take below.
All right. Ms. Perry, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now not to go to any JC Penney. You understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you go back to JC Penney or you pick up any new case, I will revoke the bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds, man. How old are you?
17.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in school right now, so I play sports.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Idaho.
You're in high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am? Would you like one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You need a lawyer to represent you. I'm telling you now, you're 17 and you've now picked up a theft case. A theft case is probably one of the worst cases that you can pick up because you get one of those on your record, you're branded a thief, and no one hires thieves. So be careful out there. All right.
This is a classic judicial pivot. The judge isn't just punishing, they're framing future collateral damage. A juvenile theft conviction can close doors, scholarships, internships, even job offers. That stern education is your ticket moment is strategic. The court uses bond conditions as both punishment and a carrot to reduce recidivism. If you were the family, how hard would you push for strict bond terms versus rehabilitation options?
I need you to fill out an application for me. So Steven's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you take your seat in the jury box after you sign your reset. I need you to fill it out for me. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, and then we'll have you speak to a lawyer here momentarily. Okay?
And that was state conditions, correct?
Yeah, state. Yeah. So can you file no going back to JC Penney?
Just to clarify, all JC Penney's? Okay, yes, Your Honor.
All no. Give me your last name again. So, hey, did you file conditions on Duval?
Yes, Judge, I believe so.
All right, come up. We're going to have you sign your bond conditions now. We'll have you give you a reset so you can get you on your way.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
Sure thing. His parking is about to expire, so let's just get him out. Right now. Okay, sign. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
So tell me what's going on with Miss Perry. Is she acting up?
She doesn't act up, but around the wrong crowd, I don't want her to act up. I don't want her to hang with the wrong crowd. I don't want her to go far.
Okay.
So I just want her to make sure she's going to school and not getting in trouble.
We can make every single thing that you want a part of her bond condition so that if you start messing up, I have one place for you. We have schools in the jail and you can graduate from high school in the jail. It's your choice. Do you want me to send her for a drug test now to see if she's using?
No, sir. It's I already know the answer to that.
But you know what?
Yes, sir.
Sure you want me to test her? Because I can. I'm not gonna.
No, sir, I don't need her to get tested.
So you're not to smoke weed. You're not to use anything that has THC in it. I'm going to test you 45 days from today. And I'm telling you, if you test positive, I will put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't use and stay in school. I can give her a curfew if you want. I can make her stay at home, come to home 10 o'clock at night.
No, sir, I don't need a curfew or anything. I just want her to make sure she's at school. That's my only condition.
Okay, we'll make everything that you want. I can make it a bond condition. But the problem is though, is that if I do this and she's acting up out there, you have to be with me on this. So if I put her in, right?
Yes, sir.
Because if she knows that she can get away with stuff, when the cat's away, the mice will play,
Absolutely.
right? So are we together on this? I have no problems putting you in custody. Start acting up, Ms. Perry.
Yes, sir.
The last thing that you need is a theft conviction. And the other thing that you are desperately need in this life is a high school diploma. As a young Black woman in this life, it is so very difficult. You should never, ever have to rely on a man. You need knowledge. Knowledge is power. And I'm telling you now, if you get out there in life and you don't have an education and you don't have anything to do in this life, you're never going to make money. You're always going to be dependent on someone else. And it really sucks because the divorce rate in this country is extremely high because with life, you get older, you get bigger, you get fatter. We lose hair. Life doesn't get easier. It gets more difficult. And if you don't have some kind of education, good job, and you got to rely on some other man, forget about it. Be your own woman. Be strong and have an education. Because otherwise, life's going to suck. Life sucks without money. You understand? No more dope, and I will test you 45 days from today. Okay, Mom. We'll make all those a bond condition. We'll see.
Come on. Actually, come on up. I strongly encourage the court's cheerleader-like attitude and requiring my
How
client
do
to
we get you to be
participate.
great in school? Your number one focus now in life should be in education and doing as best as you can, because this is a step ladder to the future. You can either go up in life or you can go down in life. And right now you were headed down into the swamp. It's not going well. You have to change. Otherwise, you're going to just keep continuing to go down. I've got thousands of people in there that can show you how bad it is. And the older you get without that education, life sucks. I'm telling you. What kind of grades do you make now? So how do you get to be better in school? You know, really, it's not hard to maintain a 3.0, a B average. It's not. All you have to do is show up, just do a little bit of studying, and you can do it. All I want you to do is study and be the best you can.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you think?
I want her to be the best she can too. And I want
Is
her
a
to be-
3.0 unreasonable?
It's not unreasonable. I just don't want to, and I'm being honest, I don't want to set her up for failure. I want her to succeed in everything she does. But I do know what's going on in the school, and I don't want her to not make your requirements.
I want you to do well. I'm going to keep it because I want you to do as best as you can. And I want to use that as like a fire to light it, to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do and that you start studying in school. You should look at all the lawyers over here. It truly is amazing, some of the people that we have over here. They're so smart. They're so crafty with their arguments. Knowledge is power. When you know things, you're just better all around, you know? You only get it one way. 2.5?
2.5 what?
GPA,
It's better than 3, Judge. So I've got
0.5.
I've got two issues. Should she not be able to make whatever requirements the court set and her bond would potentially be revoked, I would probably have to appeal the bond condition because
The only thing I'm going to really get upset with is if you stop going to school and if you stop going to classes, because then I'm just going to go nuts. I'm telling you now, I will go nuts. The other thing is that if you smoke weed, I don't want you to smoke weed. I don't want you to use anything in it. I'm now giving you enough time so that it clears out of your system. Because I'm telling you, if you come back here and you test positive again, it's not going to go well. And I don't care if she's kicking and she's screaming and she's crying and you're doing the same thing. If you continue to smoke, it will not go well for you. Do you understand? My only concern are two in reality.
Yes,
Number
Judge.
one, that she stays in school to get her diploma. Number two, she's not using.
understood.
And also, don't pick up a new case. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking you to be the best person you can be.
Something what he said. The judge and I use different language. He says don't smoke. What he means is no THC, no CBD in any variety, gummies, vape. Okay.
Already, the legislature's now killing all that stuff, all the Delta 8, Delta 9, all this stuff that you see now. It's all going dodo. Okay, Mom, just if you ever need anything, I'm here for you for whatever you need, here's my card. You can always get a hold of me one way or the other. We'll waive the fees. So money's never an issue for anything. I don't care about the money. I care about actions. You can either make the right action or you make the wrong action. Think before you act. Think before you speak. That's it. All right, guys.
Thank you, Judge.
So 2.5, Alicia, please.
Yes.
Mr. Beltran, you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to. We need to fix this because it's the chart. This is not right. It's 30 days since I made it all.
That's what they press. Then you got at the end.
I need you guys to initial this because this is wrong here. The range of punishment is 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Beltran, I want you to understand that this reckless driving is going on your record. And I've already advised you this before, that the legislature has made it really easy for DAs across Texas to take and seize cars from individuals who participate in this type of action. This now is going on your record. You start acting the fool in a car again and you get pulled over and they charge you with either racing, reckless driving, or something like of this manner. Get ready to lose that car, because I'm telling you, I've had person over person in this court have their car seized because of multiple actions like this. Do you understand? If you want to act like this, go to a special place. They have them in Houston. If you want to race, if you want to do stuff of this nature, they have proper places, but not on our freeways. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. What's your question?
My license suspended still.
Can you run his license, Alice? I'm not going to suspend your license, but I don't know if it's already suspended. If it is, don't drive, because driving on a suspended license is a Class B misdemeanor, just like a DWI, just like any other, Class B, and can land you in jail 6 months.
It's eligible. There's no.
They're showing that it's eligible.
I can get my driver's license.
Don't drive until you get your license and car insurance. I'm going to tell you, if you get into an accident and you kill someone or you create $30,000 worth of damage, they're going to come back and they're going to sue you for car insurance for $50 a month. You pay an insurance company to represent you in the event that you get into an accident. They have lawyers that will represent you. That's why you pay for insurance. I have someone who wrote me recently say, hey man, I need help. I have this company that's coming after me for $50,000 and I don't have money to hire a lawyer. Because that's what happens. You get into an accident, you break someone's property, they're going to come after you. You have to hire a lawyer. Do you understand? Get car insurance. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to the agreement. It's 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
All right.
Judge.
Please see the clerk.
Now be released, Judge.
How did the meeting, you met with the other two yesterday?
Did.
Great.
The management process completed. I just have to.
Great. Great. Awesome.
That's done. And you say that we're gonna have to talk to Chief about that.
Oh,
So what do we have on docket is.
oh, that's Miss, Never Play Monopoly. Why? What happened? That's a decision-making class, right?
No, that was on Camacho.
What does she have?
She has the terroristic threat, I think, where she had a gun, a toy gun.
Oh, I thought, there was no PTI off in that case? Got it. All right. I don't know. Oh, right. So in that case, you guys are just talking to see what you want to do. When you come back, let us know if you want to set it or whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
She has, we're gonna try to get her an evaluation too, but it's not a competency evaluation, it's another, she did the TRAS, but it's another evaluation we want to get done for her.
You already did it?
No, we're in the process of trying to get it done.
Set it up for you now so we can get it done quick because I think the case is old too. It's like over 200.
It is getting old.
Can
So
we set it for next week, early next week?
yeah,
Okay.
do that. I'll talk to
We'll give you
I'm here on Abel Morales, judge. It's a probation on a DWI. There's an MRP. You sent him for a drug test. He wasn't able to take the drug
I'm
test.
revoking his bond. Come up, Mr. Morales.
Judge, he is forthright. When he left here to go take the drug test, he asked for the number for a recovery coach. So we,
I don't know. I ordered him to go take a drug test. You failed to do it. You didn't do it. There are consequences for action, dude.
I went, I just couldn't go.
he was there, he just couldn't.
I
use the
stayed till
bathroom.
5 o'clock.
They give you water. There's no reason why you can't go. I had a lady the other day, she had 5 bottles of water to be able to go. She was there for 4 hours. There's no reason why you can't.
I asked for water, they told me there's a water fountain that didn't really work on the 5th floor.
Judge, we know what the outcome of the drug test is going to be. He has not, he's been forthcoming with me from day one about that. And he does have a probation in writ court pending as well. And
He's still using Kavita. It's unacceptable. And I can't just let him go because he's just going to continue to use. He's going to continue to do what he wants to do. And it doesn't work like that. You've done nothing on your probation. I ordered you to go take a drug test. You didn't do it. There are consequences to action. And he now goes with you.
I understand, Judge, he is possibly going to go to status on writ court.
I think that's exactly what we need. No, that's what we need. And I'm going to tell you now, I will not let you go. I can keep you for the next 3 years until you come clean. We will continue to dance together. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I'm not running from anything. I mean, I don't mind going to take a test right now. I just
Ship
couldn't
sailed,
go.
Mr. Morales. I gave you the opportunity. That ship sailed. I gave you the opportunity on this DWI. I've given you multiple chances. You have literally done 0 while you've been on this probation. So, you want a back rub too?
I'm not asking for any leniency.
In life, when you put your heart and soul into it, you can achieve damn near anything. That's what's so great about this country. You don't live in other places where you don't even have internet. You can do anything you want. Mind over matter. I've given you chance, I've given you after chance, and you've repeatedly failed and you continue to use. Now I do it my way. Goes with you. Sorry, Kavita.
But he's probably gonna go through the treatment and status. There's some pending stuff that they're waiting to get him into that program.
Yeah.
And I'll follow up with the felony probation as well. In regards to his probation here, if he goes to status, are you going to unsat term him?
No. I'm keeping him. I want to know how the setup goes. And then I want to continue with the aftercare. Because he'll go to SATA for however long it is, assuming he completes it successfully does it, he gets into aftercare and we maintain hands on him until aftercare is completed. If he completes it, if he doesn't, right back to SATA for once again. We just did it with someone else, right? And we're gonna continue to do it until he's clean. We're gonna beat it in one, beats the right in.
But I take it I can't work something out with the state. Thank you, Judge.
I asked you one thing, two things, technically. Don't pick up a new case and stay clean.
So,
You've not done that. You repeatedly use over and over. You tested positive for cocaine on when?
That was 11/23.
I sent you for a drug test today. You tested positive for marijuana. What else?
Just marijuana.
Just marijuana. When in prior tests, you didn't test positive for marijuana. So you are now using that as well. What am I supposed to do, Mr. Wyckoff?
I can't tell you now what to do. I mean, I ate some gummies, I messed up. I'm sorry, I gotta take you in. I don't know what else I can do, you know? Joseph, do you have anything to add?
Yes, Judge. Judge, I don't know, I admonished Mr. Wyckoff early on about, the strictness of his bond conditions and not to use any illegal substances. And I'm not quite sure where the disconnect came from, but he's, had that positive test. And then you say you tested positive today as well?
Yeah. And the thing is that I would venture a guess that of all the cases that you have and that you've had with us since 2011, how much have been involved because of this one way or the other? When you get clean, good things happen. But I can't. I gotta take it. It goes with you. All right.
I'm gonna bond.
Of course, I will. I'm gonna set your bond at 5,001. Okay. All right. License.
Yes.
You want a license? Shh. Do you have liability insurance in your name? You have car insurance? Okay. What do you do for a living, man?
I'm sorry.
What do you do for a living?
Operations expert.
What does that mean?
I work for Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. My position is operations expert.
And how much money do you make a month?
It varies. I'm on FMLA right now, so I'm not working necessarily full time due to that.
So how much money do you have coming in a month? Okay, we're gonna reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I want you to understand that if I find that you're driving like this, I'm going to take your privilege to drive away from you. You're gonna sign an order today promising us that you're not going to drive recklessly, no racing, driving in this manner. If I find that you do, I'll tell you, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive really blows. So don't. All we want our streets to be safe. Do you understand me? Okay. I'm gonna have you sign a reset with Ramona. After that, we'll just have you take a seat. While we get your bond conditions, we'll have you sign it, and then you'll be on your way, man.
Question, Judge. If I'm not able to hire an attorney, solicitation,
You make quite a bit of money. You have to qualify for an appointed lawyer, be at or near the poverty line. And when you make a lot of money like you do, which is great, I can't just appoint your lawyer. We don't give them like candy because I have a limited amount. And if they can only take so many cases, and if I give you one, I might not have one for another person who really, really needs it, So we'll give you time though, and you'll have plenty of time. And remember, there's like a gajillion and one lawyers in Harris County. Negotiate with them. Say, hey, I can pay this much. 90% will put you on a payment plan, and don't take up a first blush. Renegotiate with them. They say, okay, I'll charge you this much. Okay, well, I can do this much, and then I can pay as we go. A couple $100s a month, and then they'll. But remember, it's like buying a car. Don't go to a Ferrari dealership. Don't go to Bugatti. Go to what? Okay? Okay, man, please don't leave until you sign our bond conditions. And if you can file no reckless driving, no racing,
Yes, Judge.
et cetera.
Yes,
Please. Okay, please. You speak English, ma'am? Thank you. Ma'am, you were charged with 2 counts of assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on each of those cases. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On November 29th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex regarding a disturbance, an unknown weapon call for service. Upon arrival, the officers met with 2 complainants and a witness who advised that the defendant is their cousin. The first complainant advised that after the defendant called her downstairs, the defendant pulled her hair and pulled her to the ground. The defendant then assaulted the first complainant with a closed fist multiple times on the left and right side of her head, causing pain. The second complainant advised that after she saw the defendant kicking the first complainant's head, she attempted to stop the defendant. However, the second complainant was hit from behind by a second defendant with a closed fist on the left side of her face, and then proceeded to get assaulted by both the defendant and a second defendant, causing her to feel pain. The witness stated he was hit by the second defendant when he observed both complainants getting assaulted and attempted to separate the parties from fighting. The witness advised he saw the first defendant hitting both complainants with a closed fist and kicking them in the head and on the body. The defendant admitted to assaulting the complainants, and the officer observed visible swelling and markings on the complainants' faces.
Is there a co-defendant?
I couldn't see anything connected, Judge.
No, Your Honor, there's no connected cases, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
so I spoke to one of the complainants yesterday because the other one only speaks Spanish, so I can only speak to one of them. And she said that for some reason, the police only filed charges on this defendant because she admitted to it. I believe is what happened, but also, Judge, I just wanted you to be aware that there were major injuries sustained by the witness of one of the complainants, and they were all checked out by HFD and all were checked out by HFD, and 2 were transported to Memorial Hermann Hospital Southeast for further evaluation.
I mean, serious bodily injury to where a felony can be filed?
It depends. I need to request the medical records, Judge.
Was alcohol or drugs, did that play a part?
Not from what I'm aware of, Judge. It just seems like the defendant came to their father's home, which is where the complainants were, and then demanded that one of the complainants come outside and then she started beating on her.
Is there a familial relationship? Because it's charged as just an assault. Was it a family member?
So the 2 complainants and the witness are all siblings, and they're cousins with this defendant and the 2 others that were involved on the other hand.
Yeah.
So it is a family relationship, Judge. The complainant does want no contact and to restriction.
Okay, Ms. Moreno, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have contact with any of the complaining witnesses in this case. Do you understand? I'm ordering you not to go back to this location, and I'm ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. How old are you, ma'am? You are 17 years old. Are you a United States citizen? I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm telling you now, I'm going to put you in jail. If you don't have anyone to pony up 5 to 10,000, you're going to be stuck in jail. I don't want to have to do that, but I want you to understand that I'm going to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand? You know what? I'd like to send up for a drug test right now.
Yes, sir.
I'm sending you for a drug test. If you fail the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. You understand? I'm going to have you go take a drug test. We're going to have you come back, and then I'm going to have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. Do you understand? Come back, because if you don't, I will issue a warrant, man. Okay, just take a seat. Man. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Sir, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the father of the defendant, told the officers that the defendant was being aggressive toward him and other guests because he was intoxicated. The complainant advised the defendant does not live at the house and was temporarily sleeping on the couch. The defendant began yelling at the officer and quickly approached him. The officer detained the defendant. In the living room, the officer observed damage to the wall and rug, as well as broken dishes. The damage was approximately $800.
Damage? I didn't hear.
I'll check the damages. I see that he told the officer the defendant was being aggressive toward him and other guests, and the officer observed damage to the wall and rug. And let me.
Wonderful. Who did that?
There was I apologize. There was
It's
a
okay.
witness, I think it was the defendant's brother. So the complainant, the owner of the house, had stepped out of the house. And then while he was out, the witness, the brother, observed the defendant, break dishes and punch holes in the wall.
Okay, so you have a witness that puts him breaking the stuff.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all right. Mr. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. I want you to understand one thing and hear me clear, Mr. Johnson, that if I make your bond $5,000 to $10,000 because you violate conditions and you don't have anyone to pony up that kind of money, you will be stuck like Chuck until this thing is over with. So consider this when you're out there in the free world. Because if I find that you violate these conditions, you go back to this house, you start breaking more property, I'm going to put you in custody and I'm going to make your bond high. You understand?
Sure.
How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
I'm a caretaker for my brother. My brother's legally bond, so caretaker for him.
You earn money from the state for doing that.
Sure.
How much money do you earn money from the state?
It's $900 a month.
How much time does that take of your day to take care of? And how old is your brother?
Brother is 33. Takes about 4 hours, 5 hours a day.
A week?
A day. 4 5 hours a day. Yes, sir.
Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, sir?
Sure.
Okay. I'm absolutely serious when I mean no drugs, no alcohol. I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you like crazy. And if I find that you're using, especially while you're getting paid by the state, if I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Take note, because heed this warning, sir. All right, I'm going to have you, Stephen's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you sign a resource with Victoria. We're going to have bond conditions created for you. You will sign for these conditions and then we'll find your lawyer, sir. Come on. Oh, wait. Sorry. You're not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. You're not to go back to this house. Do you understand?
Sure.
You're not to be in possession of any weapons as well.
I will say, Judge, I did speak to the complainant, his father. He does want to continue to have contact. He said that the defendant has apologized and he's not letting him stay there anymore, but he would like to be able to have contact with him.
You know, Mr. Johnson, there are people in this life that when they drink and when they use, they become very happy people and they're fun to hang around with. You know, they're the life of the party. They make jokes. They're great. And then there are those that when they consume, they develop horns. They are not nice. They start to be aggressive. They beat everybody up. If this is you, then don't use. Do you understand? Because if you cannot control yourself, because I'm going to tell you now, 90% of the people that we have, no self-control. And it gets worse when you start using. You understand? Okay. I will allow contact, but you're not to have any threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness in this case. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. I could give a rat's ass what you think. It's how they perceive. So if I go like this, it could be very well threatening and harassing. So if you go back home and we find that you start acting like this, I'm going to put you in custody. You understand?
Say something.
Sure. I don't want to talk about the case. I'm just giving you the expectation of how we are going to move forward. That's it. I just be nice. It's not hard. And if consuming makes you devilish, done. Got it? All right, come on. Morgan, what do you say? What say you as far as?
I don't think that would be necessary, Judge. He said that he can still visit the house. He just can't stay there anymore.
You know what I am going to do? Come over here. I'm entering this protective order. This protective order identifies Mr. Madden as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon. This usually comes with a residential restriction, so you cannot go back to the house. I will take that off so that you can go back. But I'm telling you, you now have a protective order in this case. So if you threaten, if you harass, they now can file a new case on you, a violation of protective order. And if you get one of those, I'm telling you, things will go sideways extremely quick. You understand? Okay. Okay, Joe.
Judge, I've got Jared Matthew Romero. He's on a DWI PTI. He's completed just about everything on there except for the restitution, and that's why PTI is asking for a 6-month extension.
Romero, come up.
He had $3,846.35 in restitution. He has $2,200 of it. He's in the
paid or
well, he saved up because they want it all in one payment. So he has 2,200 saved. So he only
how
needs.
Do you know?
I'm sorry?
How do you know?
That's what PTI reported on their email, Judge. That's what they're telling me.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. I think it was, you might have been CC'd on it, but if not, I can forward it to you. But I sent it to Victoria.
You want to go to jail. You're begging for it. I'm telling you, you're begging for it. You're not in compliance. And when people don't comply, we have one. I mean, you just saw what happened.
Judge, he was in an accident, so he was out of work for a while. He's also in the Marine Corps Reserves, so that's where he's drawing payment or pension or whatever. But I mean, he's trying. He's only 1,600 away. I mean, they were asking for 4,000. Nobody has 4,000 just to cough up right away.
I get it, Joe, and I'm with you. But what I would like to see is a faithful monthly or bi-weekly payment into some kind of registry, so that we know he's serious about completing it. I'm just not going to reset it for 6 months.
Right.
And for hopes and prayers and gumdrops and dreams that he gets it done. We've tried that. We've given him an entire year, right? Or at least, I mean, it's 587 days. I'm not doing that. Now I have to micromanage, right? Because you're not able to do it on your own. So let's figure out, you tell me what is a good amount bi-weekly that he can put into some kind of registry so we know he's serious. And Joe, I'm not asking for hundreds and thousands, right? But something reasonable so that we know he's serious. The next time you fail me, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I don't know how else to put it to you, but I'm going to tell you now, a DWI conviction is completely going to hose you for just damn near anything. I have people that come here that tell me they can't get an apartment because they get a DWI. They can't go to Canada because they have a DWI. They can't get a loan for a house because they have a DWI. They want to go to Cash Pawn America to get speedy cash, denied. So it really does affect you, not to mention how much your insurance is going to skyrocket. It's stupid silly how bad a conviction will hose you. So I guess just let me know what you think,
Because he's done everything else, the classes and everything else. This is the only hang up, this money.
So I just want to, let's find what's reasonable, Joe, and I'm down. I'm going to give you the time. Right. It's not a question. But I want a good faith effort on his part that he's actually paying, not just a hope for it and set off 6 months. So you let me know and I'm happy to do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. All right. Here you are. Gentlemen, I'm bringing all of you here now because I don't want to repeat myself 15 times. All of you stand charged with driving while intoxicated. All of you are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause on each of your cases. Each of you have the right to remain silent, the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Let's start with Mr. Acosta.
The officer initiated a traffic stop after observing the defendant drive without headlights at 8 p.m. Upon contact, the officer observed red glassy eyes and an odor of an alcoholic beverage. The officer called the Spanish speaker to assist, and in plain view on the passenger front seat, the officer observed an open and an empty bottle of alcohol. The defendant
Drinking while driving, is that what you're saying?
There was an open container, Your Honor. And the officer conducted standard field sobriety test. The HGN was unable to be completed due to the defendant's failure to follow instructions. The officer then transported the defendant to JPC, where DICs were read. The defendant consented to breath, with the results being 0.132 and 0.140.
What did you say the stop was for?
For driving without headlights at night.
When you hear BAC numbers like 0.132 and failed field tests, that's not just evidence, it's narrative. Prosecutors will show impairment, and refusals or incomplete HGN tests weaken defense strategies in court. Also note the judge's emphasis on driving privileges and insurance. Those are the real-life consequences beyond fines: license loss, skyrocketing premiums, and civil exposure. Tell me, do you think consequences fit the behavior here?
Mr. Acosta, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. All right, let's go with Mr. Mason.
Yes, Your Honor. On November 29, 2024, the officer was flagged down by a witness at Tomball Parkway. The officer observed the defendant's parked vehicle on the #1 lane northbound feeder road with hazard lights on. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed the defendant to have red glassy eyes and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking prior to driving. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 1 out of 8, and one leg stand 0 out of 4. The DIC was read and defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.093 and 0.089.
So he was by himself?
He was by himself, Your Honor. He was just stuck on, park. His vehicle was parked in northbound feeder road with hazard lights on.
Got it. Okay, I see it. All right, Mr. Mays, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case as well. Lastly, Mr. Ulloa.
Yes, Judge. On December 1st, 2024, officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it run a red light at an intersection. And upon contact, the defendant was observed to have a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, red glassy eyes, slurred speech, and was stumbling. The defendant stated he was coming from a bar and admitted to drinking prior to driving. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused, and a search warrant was signed and executed.
Have you checked on all three to see whether they have other DWIs, prior DWIs?
Acosta has no priors, Mesa has no priors, and Ulloa also no prior DWIs.
Gentlemen, I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until these cases are over with. And then you will be shipped off to immigration, or you will sit for another 6 to 9 months waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do. If you do not have a Texas driver license, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Are you this United States citizen? Are you in this country with or without permission, sir?
Sin permiso.
What happens if you go to jail? What did I just tell you? Did you hear anything that I just said?
Vuelve a mi país. Regreso a mi país.
And how long will you sit in custody for that to happen?
9 meses, 6 meses.
Likewise, are you in this country with or without permission, sir?
Without permission.
You understand everything that we said? You as well. Are you here? Are you a United States citizen?
No, with permission.
What type of permission do you have?
At work.
I don't know whether you're lying to me or not. And Mr. Ulloa, it really doesn't matter. But I'm trying to warn you of the consequences of what happens if you go to jail. It really makes no difference to me whether you're this, whether that, I don't care. All I know, gentlemen, I want my streets safe. And if you don't have a Texas driver license, you're not allowed to drive. Each of you will be signing a promise with me that you're not going to drive. And I don't care what your reason is. If I find that you drive, and I don't care if Jesus comes from heaven and needs to ride to church, you get into a car and drive, we will have issues. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? Likewise, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any illegal drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you have a Texas driver license?
No, I haven't gotten it.
What's funny?
No, que siento culpa porque pude haber evitado muchas cosas.
No, I just feel guilty. I could have avoided many
Stop.
things.
I don't want you to say anything. You're in enough trouble as it is right now. Don't make things worse for you. The only 3 things I'm asking for you: don't drink, don't use illegal drugs, don't drive, and stay out of trouble. As long as you can do that, gentlemen, you and I will be fine. If I find that you're a danger to my public, I will put you over my knee, treat you like a child, and spank you like a child, but I will do it with a ton of jail time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right. We're going to reset each of your cases to give you time to hire a lawyer. So what's going to happen now, gentlemen? I will have you come up here. Each of you will sign a document promising me that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Ramona, where each of you will sign a reset. You're going to get you out of here for you guys to go hire a lawyer. After that, you will each get with Felicia for your bond conditions, so you sign and so you know exactly what you can and cannot do. After that, you will be free to go. Gentlemen, you are lucky that you're not in custody now. Make the most of it, because the next time you go to jail, you may not get as lucky. And I'm telling you, on any given day, I have about 10 people that are sitting in there with immigration detainers. Don't push your luck. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Wenzel. Is it Wenzel?
Weinzel, yes.
Weinzel?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Weinzel, you're charged with assault of a family member.
Sir.
You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to a disturbance. The complainant, the defendant's nephew, and the defendant lived together and were involved in a verbal argument regarding house chores. The complainant told the officers that the defendant struck him once in the face with a closed fist, causing pain. Officers reviewed cell phone video of the incident and observed redness and swelling where the complainant was struck.
Say it again.
Yes, Judge. So their officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence. The complainant, who is the defendant's nephew, lives with the defendant, and they were involved in a verbal argument regarding house chores. The complainant told the officers that the defendant struck him in the face with a closed fist, causing pain. The officers reviewed cell phone video of the incident and also observed redness and swelling where the complainant was struck.
And what's the age of, are we talking a young, don't, please.
20-year-old, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you spoken to this person?
Yes, Judge.
Tell me.
So he lives, the complainant lives with his grandmother in that house. The defendant lives on the property, I believe in a shed in the back, and then he's permitted to like use the kitchen and the washing machine and things like that. The complainant just asked that they have no threatening or harassing contact. He didn't request a full no contact because he does kind of use that house and they live at the same address.
Is that dangerous? The problem is, Mr. Wenzel, is, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with this person. And it's a 20-year-old. 20-year-olds are like volcanoes about to erupt, and you never know when you're going to catch a 20-year-old on a good day, you're going to catch them on a bad day. And the last thing I want is for you to pick up a new case. So it scares me that,
we're not having no contact. We're not associating with each other.
But the problem is that you're invariably going to run into him again.
Good. We're not.
So what do you do with yourself? Do you have an income?
No, I'm 100% disabled.
Okay, so let's do this. I had a feeling whether I was going to give you a lawyer or not. So I think the thing that we should do is let me give you a lawyer. We can talk about the dynamic, how to go forward. But the last thing I want is you to accidentally run into him. You guys have more beef. You guys end up fighting again, and then more charges are filed. So let me appoint you a lawyer, and then we'll figure out. For now, no threatening or harassing contact with this person. I'm issuing a protective order. So he has a protective order in his favor now. So if you violate this protective order, they can file additional charges against you. Do you understand? And look, there's probably one already as it is. Yeah. On December 2nd, they issued the protective order. Second.
It looks like they took off the residency restriction
Yeah.
and then the payment.
Yeah. But understand, everything else in that protective order applies. So it's no threatening, harassing, Remember, it doesn't matter what you think, it's how they perceive. All right. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you step over, sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll have you find a seat somewhere, and then I'll have you speak to a lawyer here momentarily. Sure. Let's see. I have one already on file. So, okay. You are Juan Morales Calel. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. So you are facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, morning. On December 1st, 2024, at approximately 12:11 a.m., the officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it fail to maintain a single lane as it drove from the second to the fourth lane without using a turn signal, nearly striking the officer's marked vehicle. The vehicle continued to drive outside of the marked lane as it drove north on Hillcroft Avenue, and upon contact with the defendant, who was in the driver's seat of the vehicle, the officer detected an odor of an alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant admitted to drinking prior to driving, and standard field sobriety tests were attempted. However, officers were unable to observe HGN because the defendant was unable to follow instructions. Walk and turn, 5 out of 8 clues were found, and 1 leg stand, 3 out of 4 clues were found. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.191, 0.188.
Okay. Any prior DIs?
No, Your Honor.
Have you run it?
There's no driver's license on record, Your Honor.
It's got to run something. If you can run an NCIC, an FBI number, just let's make sure he doesn't have any prior DWIs. Just because it says a DWI first doesn't mean anything.
Yes, sir, we run that and there's no prior,
Okay.
there's no driver's license.
Mr. Morales, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. Are you a United States citizen?
So the answer? No,
Are you in this country with or without permission?
without permission.
What happens if you go to jail, Ms. Morales?
I don't have any idea, I don't know.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sin permiso. I'm without permission.
So what happens if you go to jail?
¿Qué le pasaría?
I want you to think about
¿Qué
this.
piensa acerca de esto? Yes, you're right, I shouldn't be doing this here.
Immigration sweeps the jail on a daily basis, every couple of hours. If they find you in the jail, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration. You will sit in jail for about 6 to 9 months, if not longer, waiting for all that to happen. If you do not want that to happen, then don't violate my laws, don't endanger my public, and follow my conditions. The first condition is you're not to drive. You don't have a Texas driver license, so you're not allowed to drive, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. You will be signing a promise with me today indicating that you're not going to drive, and I don't care what your deal is. I don't care what your excuse is. You cannot justify getting into a car for any reason. If you do, you will go to jail, and I can have a contempt hearing and hold you with another 180 days and a $500 fine every time you drive. Likewise, no dope, no illegal drugs, no alcohol, you will be randomly tested. You test positive for drugs or alcohol, likewise, you will go to jail. You have a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. It says, I have Sharma.
That's it. It's the other Morales, it's Juan.
The top of.
Oh, okay. You have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with counsel. If you lose out of contact, if he tells me that he can't get hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Mr. Morales, you will not get any more warnings. Heed this, take this as it is. If you don't, we have only one place for you.
Okay.
All right, we'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We'll get you to Ramona to sign a reset. You will get with Felicia of your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Lemberg. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 1st, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it operating with an expired registration, traveling north on Kirby Drive. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed the odor of alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, and an open container on the passenger side door.
An open container.
The passenger side door, Judge.
Standard field sobriety tests were performed. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused. Blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Stop for
expired registration, Your Honor.
No driving facts, Judge.
What do you mean?
It's not like he ran a red light or failing a tendency to land. It was simply the registration.
Get it? He's got an open container. A year and a half ago, he had one dismissed.
I understand, Judge.
Do you have any more details? Is it cold to the touch? Is it halfway down?
Passenger side door.
I know, but people can put it in the passenger side door, Marcos, you know?
No, Your Honor, the only details we have are in the passenger side door.
You don't have any more information? I mean.
About the container, Your Honor.
And we don't have the offense report yet, Judge.
Correct.
We just don't, the DIMS don't clarify whether it was cold to the touch or warm to the touch.
How long? Because if I find that it's an open container, I'm taking away his privilege to drive. And I'd like to know, because,
Call the officer quickly,
what is
Judge,
it?
and check.
Okay, yeah.
Just give us a few
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah, absolutely. Mr. Lindberg, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm also now putting a prohibition on your license. You're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. If I catch you driving without an interlock, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand?
Understood.
You will not get any more PR bonds. If I find that you have an open container of alcohol in the car while you're driving, I'm going to take your privilege to drive away from you. You're not allowed to drive for any reason. I don't care. Do you understand?
Understood.
Likewise, if I find that you drive, you will go to jail, and I can have a contempt hearing because I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care if there's a burning building and 15 kittens that need to be saved. You drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Understood.
I don't know yet, Marcus. If he's got the open container, it's going to happen. If it doesn't,
Judge,
then I'm
again,
not.
SUV, it's an open container on the passenger side door. And I'd have to look at all the facts of the case, Judge, and talk to my client, but, you know, I've never seen a case where the open container is on the passenger side door. It seems to me.
If there was possibly someone else there, I
Of course,
get it.
that's exactly.
But, you know, a little ingenuity goes a long way, as they say. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, perhaps he didn't see the furtive movements. I don't know. It was late at night. What time was this?
Your Honor, this took place at midnight, Your Honor.
I don't know. Let's see what they say, and then we'll go from there. For now, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to this for now, and then I'll destroy it if they don't say that it's an open container. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll get you with Felicia for bond conditions. You have a lawyer. I will waive your appearance while you have the lawyer, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Marcos. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, then I'm going to revoke your bond. You pick up a new case, you consume alcohol, endanger my public in any way, it's over. Say it again.
Oh, the deputy didn't answer, the judge.
So just to be clear, Judge, is he able to drive with the interlock, or you're saying he cannot drive?
I mean, I guess I'll give him the benefit of the doubt now because I just don't know. But can you reach out to the officer? And then if you find that it is an open container, it's like cold to the touch, halfway, drunk, come back, let me know, and then I'm taking it away. For now, I'm ordering you not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an interlock on it. And that's it. I would hope that it's elementary that you understand you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. Elementary.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, do you want the order file, please?
Please. Good morning, Mr. Duvall. Sir, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The officers was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to a disturbance with a weapon. The complainant advised that she was in her home when she heard someone knocking loudly on the front door. When the complainant's husband, the witness, opened the door, he and the defendant started arguing. The complainant stepped between them to try to stop the fight, and the defendant shoved her, causing her to fall to the ground and hit her head, causing pain. The witness told the officers that when the complainant fell, the defendant called her a dumb bitch. And when the officer spoke to the defendant, he stated that he went over to the complainant's house after the complainant and the defendant's wife got into an argument. The defendant then stated that the witness chased him with a machete and a baseball bat. The officers did not find either of those items at the location.
Who said that?
The defendant stated the witness chased him, but the officers did not find this.
Okay. Do we know if she still wants to have contact? Have you got the rip done?
The rip was done.
Yes, Judge. I spoke to this complainant. She's requested no contact. I think they're neighbors. They live about a mile away from each other. And then she's just requested that he's not allowed to come to her property either.
Okay. But the bad blood is, I guess, between the gentlemen as well, though.
I think it's between
right?
both families. She explained to me that there was a argument that was started a couple months ago, just between them, and then it's kind of been ongoing since then.
Okay. All right, Mr. Duvall, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Don't have contact with these people. I see there's bad blood, but it's just not worth it sitting in a box 6x9 for months on end because there's just some bad blood. Just don't go back over there. Don't have contact with them. Don't be in possession of weapons, and then everyone's happy.
One question, that is my aunt's house. So, sometimes I do have to drop stuff up
I
there.
would use someone else.
Yes, sir.
The problem is that I don't want you to go over there.
Yes, sir, I understand.
One day they're accidentally there, they start popping off to you, and then boom, you're the one that's on bond for this case. So even if they call the cops and it's not true and they start, fibbing and saying this, the cops come out, they're going to be on you because you got the open case.
Yes, sir.
So when you get into a pissing match with people with authority, 9 times out of 10, you're just going to lose, right? So it's best to prevent all that. So that's why we do this.
Yes, sir.
So just don't go over there, don't have any contact, and then we're all happy.
Yes, sir.
What do you do for a living?
Construction.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes.
What kind of money do you make a month?
Well, I just got back to work. I make right at 25 an hour.
Okay. If you want time, I can give you time to hire a lawyer. If you have any issues and you're unable.
I use Juan Vasquez. Juan Vasquez.
Okay. Is that, you want to go hire this person?
Yeah, I will hire him. Yeah.
Okay. So what we're gonna do now.
I was told that I didn't need a lawyer because more likely this would be thrown out.
Do that.
No, Mr. Vasquez, it says something.
I don't see how anyone can say that without.
Because
okay,
I didn't.
So we got a bunch of DAs here. Everything you say is recorded. They use it, so just don't. Better to have the lawyer work on it to try to work it to your favor, but just don't say anything now because anything you say, they're going to use it against you. So I'm going to have you sign a reset with Ramona. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. I'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And then after that, you'll be free to go.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Quick professional wrap. Across these matters, the court repeatedly balances individual rehabilitation with public safety, bond conditions, random drug tests, and protective orders are being used as tools to prevent repeat harm. The key takeaways: comply with bond terms, prioritize counsel, and understand collateral consequences, immigration, employment, insurance. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.